These images sent to us overnight by viewer Liz Strong showing damage at the Baywatch condos on Fort Pickens Road, one of a number of places throughout Northwest Florida with damage. We continue our coverage tracking storm damage around the area.
And we start with WEAR's Brent Carney. He is on Pensacola Beach.
And good afternoon. We're here live on Pensacola Beach where we're getting a first look at the damage from last night's storm. And joining me now is Commissioner Robert Bender. You serve this area. I mean, kind of just walk me through what we're seeing right now and your reaction.
Yeah, so this is where we first responded last night, coming from the mainland. We had a couple fire crews respond to this, reports of damage from tornado and maybe gas leaks. And so we started checking for injuries and the damage that was sustained.
I mean, if you just look down here, I mean, this is just catastrophic for these people. I mean, look at all, like, if you pan over here, we can really see.
So when we first pulled up, we started seeing garage doors on the side of the road on Fort Pickens. You can see these were all blown out. There's actually a car hood that was blown open and folded back with the garage door on it inside. But really, the siding's gone. You have roof damage over here, and again, the double pane glass. They just took out a window. Water got in all of these houses, and
wow.
And so again, we're lucky we didn't have more injuries than just the one that the wife took the husband to the hospital.
And can you kind of gauge how many people were hurt here, or no?
That's the only one that we're aware of.
Okay.
We didn't provide any treatment. She came back saying she just dropped her husband off and came back to get her kids, and fire crews helped rescue the kids out of the house and get them in the car and get them to safety.
Now, I understand in terms of Fort Pickens, there's still people that are trying to get out of there. Can you tell me about that?
On the campgrounds, there are about 19 campsites that were still occupied about 10:30. They look to have those done by noon, and they'll be closed until they can evaluate, get power, water, sewer.
And then just quickly here, I mean, what's the next step here with the county?
Yeah, so we want to make it as easy as for these people to help recover. So just like we did with Sally, we'll have a permit shop set up at the island authorities. They can come get permits. We have building inspectors out here right now assessing the damage and trying to help them.
All right, and we're going to keep on this story, but for now we're going to send it back to you guys.
And there's a partial block on I-10 near mile marker 11. That's between Cantonment and Davis Highway exit. In the Florida Department of Transportation, there's a mini landslide in that area. And crews are out there. They're trying to get things cleaned away for you. They say it's not clear just how long that is going to take, again, because of the weather we're facing right now.
Escambia County's Emergency Operations Center activated this morning at 7 o'clock.
Our team coverage continues. Tanner Stewart is there, joins us and tells us exactly what that level 2 means.
Sue, Jared, there are still some evacuations taking place. Not many, but few, and we'll get to who exactly some of those residents are. I'm joined with Travis Hopkins, Emergency Manager of Escambia County. Travis, walk me through the challenges you faced starting with this storm, and not only you, but what you witnessed with some of our residents.
Well, first and foremost, when we got out last night to assist citizens and to take a look at what was going on, there was so much vegetative debris everywhere and a lot of pooling of water. And so and then no power in a lot of different areas. And so it was really hard to get an assessment of what was going on at the time, knowing though that we needed to get our road crews out there to start clearing debris, and then at first light making sure that we started getting damage assessment going.
We've got a lot clearer skies, if you will, now, less rain happening right now, maybe for the next few hours, hopefully. Are you able to make a better assessment right now?
So we do. We have our damage assessment crews out there now. We did certainly take some damage at the beach, Pensacola Beach. We had a confirmed, from what I understand, a confirmed tornado hit down there. And so we had some then damage in the Warrington area as well, but thankfully not as much as we thought we were going to have.
So you and I talked before coming on air, sporadically still some evacuations taking place. You mentioned some residents still at Forest Creek Apartments.
So there were some residents that decided that they didn't want to evacuate at first, but then they have throughout the day, as they had gotten water inundation into their units, that they did end up wanting to be evacuated. So we, of course, would do that.
We hear this a lot, and I heard you say it earlier this morning, turn around, don't drown. Even, outside of the car, what are some of the biggest concerns you have moving forward for residents, or a warning to them or a message?
Well, making sure that you're weather aware, for one. That's a challenge that we unfortunately have all the time of people not understanding that when we're under a severe weather threat. So that weather awareness, that's something is a challenge that we continuously work on, and we're trying to make sure that people are.
Travis, thank you. It's Travis Tompkins, Escambia County Emergency Manager. We're having the very latest for you this afternoon. We spoke with some residents at Forest Creek Apartments. We'll bring you that here on air. Reporting for WEAR News, I'm Tanner Stewart.
One person died after a tree fell on a mobile home in Escambia County. Happened last night on Coker Lane about 8:30. It's video from the scene. We understand the person who died was trapped under that tree for a time in the home. When we got there, we saw the firefighters and ambulances at the home. We may find out more throughout the day, and if we do, we'll let you know.
We are waiting on an update. This regarding a person who was struck by lightning. We did get a chance to confirm that this happened near West Mallory Street. The crew saw an ambulance taking the victim to the hospital. In fact, we had a chance to speak with the family. They tell us that the man has been released from the hospital.
And of course, a lot of road closures because of flooding, of course. The water has begun to recede, so some are now reopening. In Pensacola, 17th Avenue closed at the railroad trestle. Police are asking people to use 14th or 9th Avenue as an alternate. Tahar at 16th Avenue also closed. Langley Avenue closed near Davis Highway to Hermitage Drive. And in Gulf Breeze Parkway is partially reopened between Daniel Drive and Fairpoint Drive. The left lane of Navy Boulevard northbound near Sunset Avenue also closed. Other roads that are open with hazards include Mary Kitchens Road just north of Garcon Point Road. Drivers, of course, need to be extra careful in those areas.
17,000 people without power across the region. Florida Power and Light confirming those numbers for us. Nearly 5,000 of those in Escambia County, Okaloosa County, 4,000 people, around 1,100 in both Santa Rosa and Walton County. Alabama Power reporting some 23,000 customers without power, over 3,000 of those in Baldwin County. Crews across the area working, of course, to get the power restored. Everything depending on the weather conditions, of course.
Escambia County Area Transit ECAT suspending all service today. All your fixed routes, University of West Florida trolleys will not be running. Pensacola Beach trolley not running as well. When they change things, they'll let us know, and we'll let you know right here and online as well.
The Perdido Key boat ramp groundbreaking that had been scheduled for this morning has been canceled. The new 40-acre facility is the first large public access to Perdido Bay. No new date has been set for that groundbreaking.
First Morning Weather, sponsored by Pensacola State College.
Well, Brooke, you had been preparing us for the waves of this weather that we were going to see throughout the week and even over the weekend. What are we looking for?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not done with the rain chance and the storm chance. It is going to give us a little bit of a break for the next few hours, but we're expecting some more storms as we go later on into the day. Still under a level 2 out of 5 for severe weather. Watching again for damaging winds and hail. Can't rule out a tornado either. So right now we are taking a live look over our Emerald Grand camera. Still seeing some light rainfall in the area. Our rain chance has gotten much lower for at least the next few hours. You can see we still have some rain around, but the good news is in those flash flooding areas, it doesn't look like we're seeing as much of that heavy stuff. So we should be seeing a little break. Hopefully the rain doesn't last as long as we were seeing last night, but we will be seeing a few little lightning strikes left over, especially Okaloosa County. So keep that in mind. Even though the rain is much lighter, the severe threat is over for this morning. We still have some lightning in the area.
Escambia County offering sand for people living in flood-prone areas. Several parks and locations to get some. Bars Field Athletic Park, Brent Athletic Park, Don Sutton Park, the Equestrian Center in Pensacola, Escambia County Road Department, Ferry Pass Middle School, John R. Jones Athletic Park, and the Travis M. Nelson Park. You have to bring your own sandbags and your own shovel.
And the water was up to my car, almost up to my engine. It was over my tires.
Ilonga Dublin has been living in Ashton Run Mobile Home Park with her 2 daughters for 8 years. She says she can't get into her home.
I didn't know what to do, and the first thing told me to do is go to Burger King, and I slept in my car last night.
She says it was a stressful time as her car was pounded by heavy rain as her and her daughters rode out the storm in her sedan.
I'm just tired and drained. I've been up all night, sleeping in my car, listening to the rainfall.
Dublin tells me she went through the same flooding experience during Hurricane Sally. She says she doesn't have a plan right now because she can't afford a hotel. Dublin isn't the only one feeling the impact of the flooding. Diana Raleski lives on Silverado Court. She tells me her whole street was flooded.
It's really surreal because I'm reliving Sally.
Raleski says she was remodeling her home. New carpet, new furniture, and everything before the storm. Now she's pulling up all the carpet with her husband.
This isn't a hurricane, but it's just as bad with the water damage.
Redleski tells me she's looking to start the renovation process all over again. hopefully for the last time. From Pensacola, Sade Ray, WEAR News.